Looking for air raid. Looking for air raid. Looking for air raid. Looking for him.
Silverbolt, mission success. The human is currently in pursuit of air raid.
Once he finds him, Superion will be complete.
Excellent, Skydive. Your plan worked. However, I am not sure the human can be trusted.
What makes you say that?
I'm concerned that once he finds air raid, that he will continue on to hunt the Stunticons.
He wouldn't!
The guy talks about toys on the internet. Of course he would.
Perhaps I misjudged him, but I think we should give him a chance.
Oh, hey, Motormaster's on sale. Maybe I should...
No!
After all that hype over Silverbolt, I forgot about you. But I guess you kind of jumped out at me. So, this is the video review of Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Alpha Bravo, the newest addition to the aerial bots. He is what I can assume is an attack chopper. He's a very nice white color. He actually, I'm going to go ahead and bring in, there's Firefly. You can see the blue and the whites both match on Firefly. They match up with Alpha Bravo. Nothing else really. The face matches the paint on Skydive. His face paint matches, I believe, matches his Alpha Bravo's missile pods. But other than that, he really doesn't match him. And then there's Silverbolt, which you've already seen that comparison. The whites are different, and I even think, yeah, the oranges are different too. So, yeah, he doesn't match Silverbolt. But I like him. A lot of people have been giving Alpha Bravo crap, and I really like him. I think he's a good toy, and I think the character's a good idea. Honestly, I think it adds a little bit of variety to the aerial bots, because you got, 4 jets and then a helicopter. So, it's kind of like the protected bots. They kind of diversify. I really like throwing in something a little bit different. But the helicopter mode is pretty awesome. It's small, and it's a little bit lighter than Skydive, but I think it's just about as light as Firefly. But Skydive has a lot of weight to him, and for whatever reason, Skydive and Alpha Bravo don't feel as if they have that much weight. But maybe it's just a thing. And I did not have the thing happen with him or Silverbolt, and I forgot to mention that. The first 2 times I played with Skydive and Firefly, they had paint, like, flecks come out of them, and I didn't have that happen with Alpha Bravo or Silverbolt. So I guess they fixed it? I don't know. Anyway, nothing really much happens here in helicopter mode except the propeller spins, so that's cool. He does have weapon integration, and this is the first of many. The Stunticons actually integrate their weapons really, really well. But you can plug his hand-foot gun in on the bottom here and kind of have it be like a landing thing. But then he's got like underslung Gatling guns, and it doesn't sit flush on his bottom, on the bottom of his helicopter mode. It doesn't sit flush, but it works. And you can also tab in his rifle that he comes with. You could tab that in like right here above the missile pods, and it doesn't affect the way the blades spin. So you can really armor this guy up with weapons, because he does have, like I said, there's the port right here on the underside, and there's a port on either side right here. And then you could, even if you wanted to, use his hands, which are on the underside of these missile pods, and use those as ports as well. So you could really arm this guy really well. So speaking of his weapons, let's take a look at him real quick. Here is his rifle. It's like what I can only assume is kind of like a semi-automatic. It's got a weapon belt on it. If you flip it around, it's hollow, but there's like tech detail in there, so it looks like it's supposed to be hollow right there, and that the ammo belt runs right there, and then those are the inner workings of the gun. But it's really cool. It's got a really neat kind of strut running across it right here, so it just looks really cool. It looks like it could do some damage. And then his hand-foot gun is a, sorry, wrong side, are twin Gatling guns. So there they are. But yeah, helicopter mode's pretty cool. I really like it. Nothing major other than it's a helicopter mode. So right now he's really close to foot mode, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. What you want to do is you want to take the tail fin, and it pops up like this. It comes off. It's on 2 tabs. It comes up, and then it bends and comes up like this, and then it pegs in right there. And then I leave his head like that, and flip it around like this. He's going to peek out at you, but my logic is when you bend the knee, you won't be able to see his face. Because if you bend the knee, you'll be able to see his face staring straight up at you. And I don't like that. So the knee like that, then you take these blades, and they fold up really easy, by the way. They fold up like this, and they kind of rest between these 2 fins. And then this part right here is really similar to the Classics Astro Train, if any of y'all had him. Usually I like to pull these feet up first, so I don't tear up these tabs. Sorry, you didn't even see that. They were down like this, and you just kind of lift them up like this. So lift up those feet. And then the front of the cockpit splits open, and these rotate and peg into the side of the legs right here. So you got that. And like I said, this right here is straight up Classics Astro Train. That's totally how his legs worked. And then you just take the hand-foot gun and turn it into a foot, and you plug that in, and there you go. There's the foot. Now, with some wiggling, this comes loose. So what I usually do is just to solidify, and that's not even really tapped in all the way, so it's even worse now. So this comes loose really easily. So what I do is I take the propeller bit, and I kind of click this out a little, and kind of lean it to where it's in there. So now when you move it, the blades don't come out. So, and from here, we can go to robot mode, so we've already got the legs done. So what you want to do is you want to take the blades and you want to put them back out, and then this whole panel, this whole panel comes up and like rests like that to get out of the way. I want to bring the arms out, flip this back down, turn his head around, and then you take the legs and they open up like this, and then it's similar to all the other aerial bots, but you want to come up underneath it and push, because these tabs are tabbed in right here. So you bring these up, do like that, close them up, split them. You want to turn his waist around, and then you straighten him up, and then I take the blades and fold them up like this. It tells you to do that. Fold them up behind his head like that. You just straighten him up. So here's Alpha Bravo in his robot mode, and he looks really good. We can go ahead and put this gun in his hand here just to kind of show it off. We're going to take his hand-foot gun and fold it up and make it a gun. And there we go. So now he's got both of his weapons. Looks pretty cool. He definitely does have Slingshot's coloration ideas, and I really like the orange and the blue. It just feels cool. I don't know. Now, I will say this tail fin can rotate all the way around if you want it to. That joint literally is there just for not for transformation. It's not even there for transformation. It's there so he'll fit in the box. So, I mean, they wouldn't have probably been able to fit him in the box without twisting it to the side like this. So, that's what that's there for. But anyway, I'll go ahead and put him in with, there's Firefly, and then Skydive, who are really, they're all the same. You probably noticed by now that the transformation is very, very, it is the same. The transformation is the same on all of them when you take it down to the basic skeleton, but their parts and certain little features of them kind of differentiate them, because you can see Skydive here is a little bit bulkier, and that's because the way his shoulders fold up and the way the backpack folds up is different. And then Alpha Bravo, his legs turn 180, And he actually is the reverse of these guys. Like I said, they transform the same way, but on Skydive and Firefly, their legs make the rear end of the aircraft, and Alpha Bravo's legs constitute the front end of the aircraft. So these guys have nose cones on their back, but he has the tail rotor and the tail fins on his back. So they all come across looking similar, but they're really different. So it's kind of genius the way that they have taken the basic idea of transformation and made it uniform, but they've differentiated these guys so well. And it's really going to come across, too, how well they do when I get Air Raid, which is a kind of a remold of him. So it's closer to being the same mold, but it's still different. And yes, the intro, I wasn't just doing a joke. Honestly, I did order Air Raid. It was a pre-order through Hasbro Toy Shop. So Air Raid should be coming. He should ship out in about a week. That was when the website quoted me that he would ship out. He should ship out in a week. It was a pre-order. So, but anyway, I just kind of wanted to mention how neat it is that these are all the same basic transformation, and it works because they're a team. So I get it, but I like how different it is. Even though it is the same when you take it down to their basic skeleton, it feels different, and I hope you guys are feeling that too, because I think it's really genius, and it's totally an awesome feat of engineering. And I'll go ahead and throw him in here with Silverbolt, just because I have him. He was ordered off of Amazon. I couldn't find him anywhere. So there's that. So yeah, his posability. I already showed you that tail fin thing. He has the ball joint neck, and he does have the little slit so he can look up like that. Ball joint is shoulders with a slit, ratchet elbows. He has a waist, and it kind of clicks right there like Firefly does. Same hinge at the hips, swivel, 90-degree bend, and then the toe is articulated a little bit. So, there's that. But yeah, he looks really cool. He definitely has a cool head sculpt. But for the newest member of the Aerial Bots, I think he actually is doing a really good job of holding his own. I mean, I really like him. I think he's really cool. So we can go ahead and go to arm mode, and I will show you how that looks. So what you want to do is first I'm going to take it to the way the instructions have it, and then I'm going to reposition it the way I do it. So you take this, flip his head around like this, and it's really simple. We're practically there already. Clip these together, and we'll just leave it like this. Twist the arm like that. Plug in the hand. And flip out this crap. So there's that. Yeah, and so that's how the instructions have the arm mode. It looks really good. However, you notice these missile pods that are his arms, they're tabbed in right here where they are supposed to be in vehicle mode, but they severely limit the articulation right here. So what I usually do is I usually untab these arms, and I kind of click them 3 ratchet joints, and I swing them back this way. And not only, hold on, yeah, right there. Not only does that free up all your articulation, but it also covers up this gappy mess right here. And so from the front, it looks really solid and it looks really cool. So it covers up all that nasty stuff, and it frees up your articulation. So, yeah, it's really awesome. He's a cool toy, and I really dig him. And I'm glad that it looks like every single team is getting a new member. Like the Sunicons are getting Off-Road instead of Wild Rider. And the Protectobots are still getting Groove, but since Groove is a motorcycle and he's tiny, he's going to be the Legends size. And Rook is the new Protectobot. So it looks like we're getting new people for every combiner team, which is nice. I'm a big fan of that. And since I mentioned Legends, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm not a big fan of the Legends size for Combiner Wars, so I will not be getting not Alpha Bravo, Power Glide to go with the Aerial Bots. I'll just get Air Raid and I'll be done. So, look forward to that review. Special shout out to All Hail Megatron 1000. Go check out his channel. He's doing some really cool stuff over there. Me and him are working on Transformers United, which is a series with the Combiner Wars figures, and yeah, look forward to that. and look forward to my air raid review. Thanks for viewing this video. Goodbye.
You know, I'm really happy with these aerial bots. It's probably why I went so crazy trying to find them. But that was too stressful. After I get air raid, I think I'm gonna take it easy and just relax for a little bit.
See, guys, I told you he's okay.
For now, he seems to be content, but we must keep an eye on him. He needs to stick to writing rather than reviewing. It's for the best.